In front of me, I have two devices from Flamma, the FX10 and the FX20. Now on the surface, these both look incredibly similar. I mean, they actually look pretty much the same, but they come in at $79 and $109 respectively. Now, why is the FX20 $30 more, and should you buy this one over the FX10? Well, it turns out there's a very good reason this is $30 more, and in this video, we are going to explore the FX20 compared to the FX10, and I'll let you guys know if this is worth the extra $30. The Flamma FX10 is a portable intelligent headphone modeling headphone amp with app control. Now the app control is the biggest improvement over the FX10. If you guys saw my review on the FX10, it was my biggest complaint with the FX10 was there was no way to control it besides these little buttons on the side, but I digress. The FX20 features 52 different amp models, 14 modulation effects, 5 reverb effects, and 5 delay effects, 40 different BPM adjustable drum machine grooves, 2 control side panels for easy access, but again, we have the app. That is probably my preferred way to use this. A 1/4-inch guitar cable input, I mean, it's attached to it. You can see that, probably don't need to tell you. A 3.5mm audio output for your headphones or whatever you want to plug this into. Bluetooth audio input so that you can jam along to your favorite tracks via Bluetooth. And this also supports USB audio recording, so if you want to run this from this Type-C output on the device to your computer, you can do that as well. It is compatible with the Flamma mobile app and cloud platform. We will get into that here in just a minute. And it is powered by an internal battery that you can charge via USB, and it lasts for up to 4 hours. What's up, everybody? I have the FX20 plugged in to this X series Jackson Kelly. It has an EMG 81 in the bridge and 85 in the neck. It's been a while since I rocked this guitar. I just wanted to get it out for nostalgia's sake, you know what I mean? We're going directly out of the 3.5mm audio jack into my audio interface. Now, I'm not set up to record in stereo, so if there's any stereo effects, you will hear them in mono. Sorry in advance, but something I should note here that was a little bit confusing to me when I first tried to connect to this thing. You actually use the same app for the intelligent guitar, which I already had on my phone, and I was like looking all over the app store, like there was no anything on the Flamma packaging or anything like that that told you where to get the app. I'm like, where do I get the app? Like where is this? Well, I already had it. It's on my phone. You just scroll over here and you see FX20. You could search your device, find your device there. I already have mine. It knows which device it is, so I'm just gonna connect to that. We can actually turn our cab sim on and off if we want. So this is the first thing you get when you load it up, or the first thing I got. Let's load up a metal amp here. Let's turn off our effects. Okay, so you just click these little that's kind of cool actually, I like that. You click the pedals and then they become like stencils of themselves or whatever, and that's how you know if it's on or off. Now, with the amplifiers, you can control all of this with these buttons on the side. Everything's color-coded, and you could get to all of these settings with but why would you? You know what I mean? If you have the app. I mean, this to me was the biggest issue that I had with the FX10. So where this gets a little bit tricky is we actually have 14 different effects, and they recycle the colors. Let's say, like if we're going through this, like there's red. That's either a mod reverb or a room reverb, I'm not sure. But let's go up one and we get green. I think that's hall reverb. That was my biggest issue with the FX10 was there was no app control and you had to navigate with these buttons in this color-coded system, and it just wasn't like very intuitive. It was a little confusing. So this is much, much better, much improved, much worth $30 extra. I feel like. And then if you click this little wrench, you can actually get into the settings here. So let's go in here and you can see all the stuff. We have quite a bit to choose from, but let's do something different. Let's do a diesel Hargan. It's a Hagen. Diesel. And if you've heard any of the other Flamma effect stuff on my channel, I've probably reviewed the majority of it. But if you have heard any of the other stuff on my channel, their stuff is really good. Like, it sounds very good. And there's no exception here. This sounds good as well. But we are very limited here with the app. We just have the amp, we have the mod, the delay, and the reverb, you know, so there's not a crazy amount. Like I can't boost this guy. We do have some tools in here, like we have drums, we have a tuner. Let's go to our drums here. We can tap the tempo. These are pop drums. We don't want pop drums, we want metal drums. Let's do metal 1. Okay, so obviously you can practice to drums and have them like in time. It's a little bit more fun than practicing to just a metronome. And like I said earlier, there are 40 different drum types in here, so that's kind of cool. Now under tools, that's all we have. We have the drums, we have the tuner, we have these 4 effect categories. You can't like stack overdrives or anything. I mean, you could save these presets. The rest of the app sort of works like how you would imagine the app worked, but let's do, you know, just for the people who complain that I don't do it. Let's do, let's see how like ambient clean sort of sounding we can get this. Let's find, ooh, a Fender Deluxe. That should be a pretty clean sounding amp, right? Yeah, it's more or less clean sounding. Okay, let's turn on mod. These are the different mods that we have. Let's do a lo-fi mod. And then on the delay, we'll do a tape delay. And then with the reverb, let's do a mod reverb. And then if you click this little wrench, you can actually get into the settings here. So let's, maybe dial this a little bit like that. And then maybe we're just going for it. Sounds really nice. There you go, there's some clean tones. Let's get back to some shredsies. The diesel was cool, but let's go for the EV5050. It's like a 5153. Pretty cool. Let's turn the reverb and the delay on. Again, I'm not surprised by any of this. The effects sound really good. All the Flamma stuff that I've tried here on the channel, I've always been impressed with. I think that this, the FX20, is a big improvement on the FX10. Like I said, I like this, the app, much, much more. Now again, this is like a stripped down version of one of their bigger multi-effects units. You don't have as much control over things, but I think you have enough, especially for a headphone amp, you know what I mean? To get the job done. And like I said, you can use this as an audio interface to record your guitar directly by using the USB-C port, or, you know, like I'm using it. If you don't want to plug in headphones and walk around with headphones and play your guitar, you know, you just get like a 3.5mm cable, an adapter for the end of it, and plug it into your audio interface over there. All right, shout out to Flamma for sponsoring this video. Shout out to all of my patrons for supporting the channel. I could not do this without you guys. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you really like what I do here on my channel, consider subscribing or joining my Patreon. There's more information on that down in the description below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.